Looks like Mr. Hemsworth has a few choice words. Let's check this out, shall we? Says here, Chris Hemsworth dedicated more than a quarter of his life to playing Thor for Marvel, naturally taking on the Mjolnir-wielding Norse god grew stale. Nearly after a year starring in the critically panned Thor Love and Thunder, Hemsworth 39 opened up in a far-ranging interview with British GQ. That rhymed, I hate to play the game. Bars is written right there. About his time in Marvel films, his ambitions, and his next steps. I really want to do some other stuff for a while. The Extraction 2 star said in an interview, that rhymed, don't have to play the game. Bars, published Tuesday in 2011, the Australian-born actor launched into superstardom with the first Thor film as a sculpted, caped fish out of water with luscious blonde locks. Hemsworth brought Thor to a new generation of moviegoers, helping to lay the foundation for Marvel's Avengers and several Thor sequels. Within a decade, Hemsworth had portrayed Thor in 13 projects, including video games and the blockbuster movies, Avengers Game and Endgame, and Thor Ragnarok. He explained to British GQ why he was happy to do something fairly different with each film. I got sick of the character pretty quick every couple of years, he said. Hemsworth, his Thor, has taken a variety of shapes, from a serious god trying to find a way back home to a Lebowski wannabe providing comic relief amid the blip when the people were snapped out of existence for 5 years in Avengers. Large-scale action movies like Avengers have been Hemsworth's bread and butter for more than a decade, but the pictures have come under fire from filmmakers, the actor says, that are his heroes. In 2019, Martin Scorsese, and I remember hearing about this, likened hero flicks to theme parks. Then in November 2022, Quentin Tarantino said that actors in Marvel films are not movie stars. Captain America is the star, or Thor is the star. Hemsworth told British GQ that those comments were super depressing. There goes two of my heroes I won't work with. I guess they're not a fan of me, he said, before clarifying that he would still be open to working with the directors. Elsewhere in the interview, Hemsworth admitted that the Thor films were more aesthetic body work as opposed to the Extraction movies, which he said required more athleticism. In a separate interview with The New Yorker, Anthony Hopkins also weighed in on Thor work he starred in, of course, as Odin. They put me in armor, shoved a beard on me, and said, sit on the throne, shout a bit. If you're sitting in front of green screen, it's pointless acting. Hemsworth, who expressed interest in directing and recently starred in National Geographic series Limitless, might be taking a break from Thor, but he is open to eventually reprising the character. If it was going to do something again, it would have to be tonally different, and we'd have to do something very drastic to keep people on their toes. He said otherwise it's just the fatigue of those characters and those films where people are like, I've seen it. Hemsworth stars in it. Okay, cool. So there was that, and I ran into this on The Guardian. It says that he thinks that Thor has become too silly. Yeah, and that last one, yeah, it's that one was a little, it was like too much, but I think it was because they let, what's his name? Go too far, the director go too far. I mean, Thor Ragnarok was fine. I know people that don't like it, But I think that Thor Ragnarok, I think it was a really good blend. Because it was funny, but he was still a badass, and the whole movie was just, it was like letting Taika go ham on it, you know what I'm saying? So, I was seeing a bunch of titles to videos saying that Hemsworth was bashing Marvel. But it does say here that he apologized for Thor Love and Thunder after his kids' friends said that it was trash. Let me see here. And this one here is also talking about Anthony Hopkins, about shoving him on the throne and putting the beard on him. Let's see. But no matter how bad things get, at least Marvel could console itself with the knowledge that one group of people would never dare to badmouth it. That's right, it's actors. A group of people who live in such mortal fear of the Marvel brass that they joke about literally being murdered by a sniper whenever an interviewer asks them anything even remotely spoilery. And yet, here we are. 3 Marvel stars have recently broken rank to reveal that their movies sort of suck. Most recently, Chris Hemsworth apologized for Thor Love and Thunder. Partly on the basis that his son's friend told him that the movie was trash. I think we just had too much fun, Hemsworth said, of the film's wonky tone. Say, they just went ham with it. You know what I mean? The consequence of free stupidity. It just became too silly. And he has a point. Yes, he does. And it says here, Elizabeth Olsen, who, despite basically ending the last Doctor Strange film being crushed to death by an entire mountain, still apparently has a future with Marvel. Nevertheless, on a recent appearance on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, Olsen revealed that her advice to any young actors considering a role in a Marvel film would be just give them one, which is code for don't sign up for multiple movies like I did, because I am clearly having the worst time imaginable. Well, here's the funny thing. You guys all know one of the reasons why I made a YouTube channel is because I was an actor. Okay? I was already an actor, taking lessons. I competed at IMTA, where Ashton Kutcher had gone, Eva Longoria, Jessica, what's her name? What is his? Oh my God, I can't remember nobody's name right now. The singer's wife. Why can't I remember his name? Justin Timberlake's wife. What's her name? Anyway, they had all been there. The guy from Transformers, he competed there. I won Actor of the Year. So I'm like, all right, cool. What movies do I want to be in? I want to be in cool action flicks, just like most guys do. You know what I mean? And one of my dreams was always to play a superhero. You guys know that. You guys have been following me forever. And, of course, the dream is to land a role to eventually, work your way up and land a role in a Marvel movie, or DC movie. And we have experienced the best and the worst of superhero movies in a very short period of time, which is really strange. And I have thought to myself several times, I'm like, holy shit, what if I had gotten a big break and been like under contract and had to be in several movies and like I couldn't break contract and had to be in these woke BS movies. Holy shit, like that would be a nightmare. You got what I'm saying? It's like they got to do their thing and then boom, after Endgame or slightly before Endgame, there's this huge shift and you still see it now. You know what I mean? They still keep putting this garbage in the television shows, in the cartoons, in the movies. It's ridiculous. So I hear he's not on the contract anymore. So it is what it is for him. You know what I mean? So whatever. Neither is Hopkins, from what I understand. So, but wow, yeah. So I mean, I don't know if he was bashing them, but he was speaking his mind. You know what I mean? Post comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you know any info that I don't know or read something that I didn't read. But yeah, 10 million subscribers. Woo!